Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by pt8 Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop role-playing game where you play as monster girls experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have also released the Pay What You Want tabletop RPG Daughters of Lamb, where you get to play as cybernetic nuns with guns, looking for the missing pieces of their AI god. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products and check out their free tabletop RPG, the Red Roleplaying Game, a generic system that is able to handle any sort of theme, genre, flavor, setting that you can think of. All of the links will be in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Today I continue my review series featuring the Eros engine core rulebook. If you haven't seen the other parts of this review series, featuring this tabletop RPG that focuses on romance and erotica, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to take a look at running campaigns as well as world hooks and genres. You can run any sort of campaign with this system. You only need to apply the attributes, the features of the characters to any sort of task. But of course this section gives you excellent advice on how to handle various campaigns. Maybe your campaign features a cyberpunk crew running jobs in a neon-drenched city while tangled in complex romances. Or maybe it's a fantasy court where intrigue, alliances, and seductions shift entire kingdoms. Over multiple sessions, the character's favorites, turn-offs, mood patterns, and the energy pool management will become signs of growth, of development. Now, concerning the campaign arcs, you could have a romantic arc or a conflict arc. Maybe it's about politics or personal transformation. Encounters should remain fresh throughout the campaign by changing positions and techniques across the entire affair. One arc could highlight tender intimacy, while another arc could put emphasis on experimentation or perhaps sexperimentation. Now, when it comes to pacing intimacy in campaigns, it's all about handling the flirtation, escalation, and then the consequences. There could be relationship shift. That's an interesting word, right? Like a concept. You also have details on downtime and between scenes of play. There is going to be bonding between the different characters. There's going to be research. Perhaps you are exploring new kinks or styles. There could also be training to raise a skill. You can handle things however you like. You can skip all of that, or you can put great emphasis on those elements. There are also tips and advice on how to balance erotic and non-erotic play. Cyberpunk could feature secrets being revealed, or loyalties being cemented or destroyed. There could also be intimacy tied to magic in fantasy, perhaps rituals or political marriages. You also have information on the long-term consequences, such as love, jealousy, betrayal. Maybe rumors are being spread affecting your reputation, or there are psychological nuances to explore. Trauma resurfaces, insecurities. You also have details on how to create a relationship map to establish rivalries between the characters, or attraction, or maybe sexual tension, and various campaign styles. You could have erotic action, maybe dark play. Perhaps it's a comedy of desire. Now, when it comes to the world hooks and genre play, the Eros engine is designed to be setting agnostic. You have sections exploring cyberpunk intimacy. Maybe it's about body modification and desire, perhaps intimacy in a world of surveillance. And what about fantasy? You could explore themes of romance as destiny, or passion as eldritch magic. What if it's slice of life in modern times? It could be a workplace romance that is risking scandal. What about political intrigue in general? Maybe it's all about espionage, seducing for secrets. And you can also employ a dark play type of campaign, exploring themes of desire as corruption. Maybe addiction is used to entice others into getting some sort of implant or magical modification in order to experience unimaginable pleasures. It could be a comedy of desire with awkward hookups and fumbling seductions. You have all of the details to adapt to any genre. Reflavoring skills. For example, oral technique could be described as sensual rituals. And you don't even need to modify that, of course. Let's say that you are playing a fantasy type of campaign, and you could just employ oral technique for your spell casting. After all, it's about using the tongue to cast those spells, right? And your lips. Kissing could be a good substitute. Maybe it's all about adjusting the stakes, because intimacy, after all, could be a tool for love, power, survival. And what about the tie consequences to the setting? Failure could mean heartbreak, but in other more comedic situations, failure could be an exciting contest to win the affections of the anime comedic character, the love interest for everybody participating. So the possibilities are limitless. Thank you for watching this part of the review series. In the next part, we are going to take a look at the end material, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this tabletop RPG. These sections are, I would say, pretty much perfect, because when it comes to handling the campaign, the world hooks, the genres, you have all the information that you need to apply the attributes, the techniques in the Eros engine to any sort of campaign. This is truly a universal system that is still completely powered by passion and erotica. Thank you for watching this part of the review series. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the super thanks button. Take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master, and remember, in tabletop role-playing games, you are not having a conversation about your characters. You are experiencing the game world as your characters. Once again, thank you and see you later.